Hi there. In this video, I will guide you to resolve the fear of needles using logosynthesis. The model was developed by Dr. Willem Lammers in Switzerland. It is currently being used by an international group of coaches, counselors, and therapists to help people resolve trauma, limiting beliefs, and patterns of reacting that get in the way of enjoying life. It is also being used by individuals for self-coaching. The model works at an energetic level, using the ancient power of words to eliminate frozen images and other perceptions that are stuck in our personal space. For this exercise, I will guide you through a cycle of logosynthesis to allow you to resolve the fear of needles. The exercise will take 10 minutes, and I will ask that you find a quiet spot where you will not be interrupted. Watch the entire video and notice what shifts at the end. You can pause at any point during the video to allow a bit more time to process. Let's begin by relaxing with a few deep breaths. What are the thoughts related to a fear of needles? Take a moment to connect with your thoughts. Notice how long you've had this fear, and notice what thoughts arise about getting a needle. Now connect with your emotions. Are there other emotions besides fear? What are they? Is there worry, anger, sadness? Take a moment to sense the emotions. What are the physical sensations? Where do you feel this in your body? Do you notice it in your chest, in your head? Where is the distress in your body? Where do you notice the sensations? So take a moment to connect with the thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations related to your fear of needles. On a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being no distress and 10 being the most distress imaginable, how distressing is this? Make note of the number between 0 and 10. As you connect with the distress, notice what arises. Just connect with that distress and notice what perceptions arise. Do you notice any images, any sounds? Is there a sense of touch or other sensory perceptions? Don't think about it, just simply notice what arises. It doesn't have to make sense. If it is an image, notice where it is, in front of you, beside you. Locate it in your personal space. If it is a sound, what type of sound and where is it located? If it is a sense of touch, where is the sensory perception? When you have the perception, this is what we will use to process using the logosynthesis sentences. In the next section, I am going to give you sentences for you to repeat after me out loud. I will allow a pause between each sentence to allow the words to work. You do not have to think about what it is. You don't have to think about what is happening because it happens at an energetic level. So first we are going to label the perception. I want you to connect with it, the image, the sound, the sense of touch, or another sensory perception. Just connect with that. This is the trigger. So repeat after me for this first sentence. I retrieve all my energy bound up in this perception, and I take it to the right place in myself. Now we will pause for 30 seconds for the words to work. Stay with the process and repeat after me out loud. I remove all non-me energy related to this perception from all of my cells, all of my body, and from all of my personal space, and I send it to where it truly belongs. Again, we will pause for 30 seconds for the words to work. And at any point, if there's a lot of processing happening, you can pause and let this work longer. Now for the third sentence, repeat after me out loud. I retrieve all my energy bound up in all my reactions to this perception, and I take it to the right place in myself. One more time. We will pause for 30 seconds to let the words work. Now notice what happens when you think about your fear of needles. Reassess the level of distress on the scale from 0 to 10. Compare this to the number when you started. Imagine getting a needle in the future. What happens now? You can repeat the cycle at any time. Drink a glass of water and take it easy for a bit. If there's still distress, again, you can watch the video again. In logosynthesis, we know that it is frozen perceptions that trigger frozen reactions. It is an automatic response associated with surviving, not thriving. There is no space to choose. And the technique allows us to identify and resolve the perception so it no longer triggers the same reaction over and over. When the trigger is gone, we have the space to choose. We are free to thrive. And this is where I think of the Viktor Frankl quote. Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. And in the space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. So if you're interested in learning more about using this technique, I've written 2 books on the topic, and they take it from an everyday living perspective. So you can see why logosynthesis is so beneficial to help support us in our everyday life. And for further information, you can reach out to me. You can subscribe to this channel and also to The Origin of Logosynthesis by Willem Lammers. Be curious and enjoy.